Okay, today, guys, I want to take a look at something a little rare, a little unique, something I'm really excited for. And this is the Takara Transformers Legacy Armada Thundercracker or Super Starscream. Just kind of depends on how you want to look at it, I guess. In the original Transformers Armada show in Japan, he was just a power-up version of Starscream, power-linked version of Starscream. And the American version, I believe, was actually the same, but he did make a reference to that he looked like Thundercracker. And when the original toy came out from the Armada series, it was labeled as Thundercracker. One of my favorite characters from the whole show, and the best Starscream, I think, ever that they have represented in media. So look at this guy with all the blast effects on it and that really cool pose from the show. And he's just a repaint of the Legacy Armada Starscream, but done perfectly to look like the Thundercracker version. He comes with a much better painted Star Saber. You can see sonar, runway, and Jetstorm all combined up for the Star Saber. You have this really cool looking pink version of his wing saber. You get a series of blast effects. Well, two of them. That really neat pink neon color. But looking at Thundercracker himself, see if I can't get that to focus on the head. He's got a more of a pink face, a nice blue paint on him, articulated wings, so you can push them back a little bit. You can push the cannons or the null rays forward, which the blast effects each fit into, which represents how he looked in the show, or as Starscream looked in the show. Right as he's blasting Unicron. One last attempt while he had the Star Saber stabbed into his gut. To no avail, as he was killed off anyway. Spoilers for an old show. He's got the same pretty decent articulation as the last version of Starscream. Shoulders can move up. Can rotate at the bicep. Fold the arms up at the elbows. Arms can go all the way around, but because of the wings, you kind of got to push them to the side to get them to go around. Legs go about that far, go forward that far. Knees go about that far. Got some ankle articulation there. Got a waist that can go about that far. Probably go all, you got to move the two sides there, the front and the back, to get the waist to go all the way around, but it will accomplish it. Head can look up, down, and it can only go about that far to each side because the cannons get in the way. But he does look absolutely amazing. Big fan of this character, if you can't tell. But I do believe he's only released in Japan. You'd have to ship him over here to the States if you wanted to get a version of him. So now looking at him in his jet mode, it looks like a perfect rendition to the Armada toy. Actually, transformation's real similar. Some slight changes, but I mean, you even get down to the head slightly sticking up out of the jet mode, just like the original toy. Just the top of the head. But you can still flip the null rays up. They're not minicon powered, but they can still flip up. So you can get him shooting his blast effects out of the null rays. Although I wish there was a spot to at least plug in a Minicon somewhere, but I'm not seeing anything on him. Just a bunch of 5mm ports. Like I said, the transformation is about the same. It's slight differences in the legs and how that comes together here and how everything folds up, but it's pretty much the same. With this type of jet mode, it's kind of hard to change it up too much. You can also plug in the Star Saber if you really wanted to here. His wing blade doesn't actually fold up into the wing like the original, but it can still fold up into there. I think they nailed it. I don't really see it getting a whole lot better than this. I mean, unless they can prove me wrong, this is the ideal Armada version of Thundercracker / Super Starscream. So, looking at Legacy Armada Thundercracker compared to some of his past versions, the Thrilling 30s Armada Thundercracker, and the ever so precious original Armada Thundercracker. I think he looks pretty good still. I think he's probably the best of the options. This one has spring-loaded gimmicks with the Minicon Zap Master that this one doesn't come with. Somehow the electronics still work in this one, even though they've never been replaced since I've got it when it first came out. This one kind of tries to modernize the jet a little bit, streamlining the arm straight back with terrible translucent weapons and a push gimmick for the firing missile gimmick. But comparing him also to the Legacy Armada Starscream, I think they both look really good together. It'd be nice if we can get a Sky Warp and Ramjet someday. Wishful thinking, but we did get this one. I didn't think we'd get that one. But comparing him to a few others, since they love repainting their Seekers, here's looking at all the original Armada Starscream molds. The very first Armada Starscream with Minicon Swindle. The Thundercracker with Minicon Zap Master. The Armada Skywarp with the Minicon Thunderclash. And the Universe repaint they did as Ramjet, who came with the Air Military Minicon Team repaint. And I believe this was also Thunderclash. You might want to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that was also Thunderclash. And then, because why not? Batteries do not work on that one. Batteries work on that one. Barely work on that one. Work brilliantly on that one. And then even the Energon repaint we got of Armada Starscream, batteries still work. And briefly looking at the Thrilling 30 versions of Armada Starscream. Thundercracker, Sky Warp, which was released as a TFCC exclusive figure, and the monthly subscription service figure. They did a Universe Ramjet as well. Again, I still think these look fantastic all together. So kind of looking at him one last time here with his mold mate, the original Armada, Legacy Armada Starscream. I think there's a lot of paint upgrades, make him look a little better. But that also does probably come with the idea, because he has a much higher price point than this one. This one is your average Voyager class, about $29.99. Whereas this one I think goes for, I believe, roughly $39.99. You're getting the upgraded paint, you're getting blast effects, and a rather obscure character that I never thought we would see again. I mean, what other time are you going to be able to compare looking at all of these guys together in one area? Starscream, Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Ramjet. They look amazing. I've literally been saying for years that Armada doesn't get enough love, that they pander to the G1 universe, which is fine. I grew up with G1, but I also love all the other universes of Transformers. Armada being one of them. I hope to see more things like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of an overlook I've done of all the different versions of Armada Starscream, starting with the newest Armada Thundercracker. Thanks for watching.